Hi, my name is Michelle Rowe and I'm a student at CSU East Bay. I am currently working on obtaining my master's in teacher education with a concentration in early childhood. As part of my EDC 631 integrated math science course, we are to record 5 lesson plans that we implement in the classroom that focuses on math and science. Doing this project was really fun. It brought me back into the classroom as a preschool director. I have more of an admin side, and it just definitely brings me back to my roots as a teacher and really gets me to be hands-on. Ways that I plan for the 5 lesson plan is to have it written down. Of course, definitely having it written down makes it easier to enforce. You have something to refer back to, and also it gives you an idea and steps. It's kind of the skeleton or draft say for what you plan to do the day. Being prepared is very important. So using the lesson plans, I went from there and went out to find the material. Materials were spread out from being in the staff room where we have a lot of extra material, or going out to the store and buying some. For most of these projects, I really tried to incorporate things that they can be found at home. I did use some snippets and ideas from my science booklet and also my BAT booklet. I found that these curriculums are really fun and I just really wanted to implement into the classroom. Also, I talked to the classroom teachers to kind of help me prepare the children that we're going to be focusing on math and science, and also to be recording me, and also giving the children a heads up that I would be taking over the classroom for a week and doing their circle time with them. Overall, I would say that the lesson plans did go pretty well. I would say probably 4 out of maybe 3 out of 5 was really good. 2, I wasn't quite prepared. Some of my materials were moved, so that kind of threw me off, but teacher life always kind of makes you roll with what's ever given to you, so definitely had to do that. But overall, I did really enjoy being with the kids in the classroom. So in this video, I will talk about each of the curriculums that I did, ranging from traveling colors to sleeping animals. I did 2 maths and 2 science. My science one was from my workbook, and it had to do with mixing experiments. And then another one that I did was magical glue. The other 2 math curriculums that I did was graphing with M&Ms, and then also counting leaves, which was not in my math lit book. And then I also did sleeping animals from my music curriculum that I did in another class that I really just love doing with the kids. It's a quite fun experience. So within this video clip, I have a couple clips of each activities. I am going to focus more on the ones that I did really enjoy, and then also kind of overspeak on the difficulties I had in some of the other curriculums that I did. The children response was, they were pretty engaged for the most part. I would say they rather enjoyed it. I did notice the more I was prepared, the more engaged they were. The less prepared I was, the more it was more difficult to hold the curriculum. So let's say for my graph one, I was really prepared. I had all the materials there and it was all set, whereas my milk glue activity with the colors, one of the teacher in the classroom who was not there that day kind of moved my materials and I couldn't find them, so I had to improvise, and that made it really difficult to do it as circle time with the children. Let's see. Definitely, again, with teaching considerations, I would suggest just really being prepared. If you don't have your materials or have an idea of what you're going to do that day, you're kind of SOL. But along with that, you do just have to kind of roll with the punches, because every day is different and the children's behavior is different, so you also have to gauge that. So I always say to myself, if I'm starting to feel stressed out too with the curriculum, the children are just not engaged, I just kind of throw it out the gutter and find something else that the children are interested in, because that's really what we're here for, is to teach children and get them interested in what they are looking for and then run from it.
That's what we're gonna ask you. We're gonna ask my friends, what's their favorite color? Okay, and what color is this? Red. Hey, do you guys remember something? What is so special? Those learning colors. What's so special about yellow, blue, and red? They're our
So in this part, I'm going over the primary colors and seeing if the children remember the previous curriculum. Some of the children referred to the primary colors as learning colors, which their their main lead teacher uses that word. So I should have probably communicated to her what is her wording for this particular subject. So while doing this lesson plan, I felt very unprepared because this was the one that I didn't have the glue or the book that I really wanted to read, and I was a little agitated, and I actually, watching this video, feel a little awful that I was a little bit more short-tempered with the kids than I usually am. I really commend teachers. It's very difficult to be in the classroom in and out every day and keep a calm demeanor at all times. Letting me know.
No, you're writing that.
All right. Okay. So let's see. Who is sitting? I'm gonna call friends who are sitting oh so nicely with hands in their lap and showing me that they're ready. Haley, can you come here? You're sitting nicely. You can see here the kids are getting a little wiggly. I'm pretty sure my aura of not having control of the curriculum first is also aggravating the kiddos. There is a new child that started that day, and he was having a little bit difficulty learning the new rules. So this project was really fun. I did the science experiment with the kiddos, and I had the children pour out the water. Here's me ripping the paper towels. The only thing about the paper towels though was I grabbed the really thick ones, and I think to really get the water to travel to the other one is you have to use a thinner, more absorbable paper towels, which I will keep in mind in the future. So while I was doing this, I also kind of added a little bit more food coloring to make the water more vibrant.
Because we want to word it. Because we want to word.
Some things that I found difficult with this project was that the kids' fingers were so tiny that they had a hard time actually getting into being able to get the screen to be censored. It was really exciting to see how the kids really engaged in this. I really do wish that I had the book instead of the iPad, but definitely got the children more engaged to see technology in the classroom. So here I start talking about the primary colors with the kiddos using the book, and then I will go into a YouTube video of one of my favorite bands from back in the days, OK Go, that focuses on primary colors as well.
And blue makes
Green.
green. Yes, go and touch the screen. Let's see if that happens. See? It made the color green. All right. Go sit down. Let's call another friend. Oh. You know what? Ellie didn't say me, me, me. I really like that. Come on, Ellie. What color? What's going to happen? What do you think, Lauren?
Here I was asking the children open-ended question of what's going to happen to get them to start thinking like scientists and making predictions. As you can see here, I'm looking at my curriculum and also looking up the next YouTube video, which would be the OK Go.
All right, we're gonna learn. Who likes Sesame Street? I do. All right. Hey, when we're watching it, we have to You guys can dance in your spots, please, but nobody has to, okay? Yeah, you guys can just kind of jiggle in your spots. What are the three primary colors? Red, yellow, and blue. They're the three primary colors. Well, you know what? Because my screen's a little dark, let me make it brighter. Okay, so let's see. Today, no, we're going to do something different. We're going to go over some math. But first, we're going to go over some math. And it's going to involve, what is this? M&M's. Okay, but we have to eat it after the activity, okay? All right, over it later. 10 black dots. 10 black dots by Donald Booth. What can you do with 10 black dots? One dot can make a sun or moon when day is done. 2 dots can make the eyes of a fox or the eyes of keys that open locks. Let's sit crisscross, buddy. Mohammed, can you sit crisscross? Can you scoot over a little bit, Nathan? Yeah, there you go. That will work. 4 dots can make seeds from which flowers grow or the knobs on a radio. 5 dots can make buttons on a coat or the portholes of a boat. 6 dots can make marbles that you hold. Half are new and the rest are old. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. Let's count it properly. 4, 5, 6. So when I say we count, let's count together. And I count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. We have to do it in unison, Soren. That means together. Oh, 7 dots can make the spots on a snake. Or stones. I know. Or stones turned up by a golden ring. Yeah, I know. Who put the sticker there? Can you say crisscross, please? Thank you. 9 dots can make toy soldiers standing in rank. So when we're having story time, we have to have our listening ears, okay? I really like how Haley's sitting so quietly, the twins. Or the pennies in your piggy bank. 10 dots can make balloons stuck in a tree. Shake the branches and set them free. Oh, nobody. No, thank you. Count them. Are they there? Really 10? Now we can begin again, counting dots from 1 to 10. All right. Let's count the dots. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
we're going to do today is we are going to open a bag of M&Ms and we're going to sort the colors in here. I'm going to clear out this board really, really quick. Water on them?
Yay!
On your nose. Where's your nose? Right here. Hands on your chin, your cheek, and your legs. We're going to read a really, really quick story before Miss Romola comes in. Red leaf and yellow leaf. Okay? Red leaf, yellow leaf. I've been saving this little leaf from my sugar maple tree so I can show it to you. I love my trees.
So at this moment, I couldn't find a teacher to videotape me, so I actually did have one of the students videotape me, so mind the bouncing. So here you can see the children aren't quite as interested as they are in the other books.
We went there into the fall and we lowered my tree into the hole and I held the trunk with my dad and covered the roots with soil. What are you guys saying? Ew! What do you guys see?
Because
You did! Good job. Okay, hands on your shoulders. Take a deep breath. On your chest. We'll do that last. And then hands on your knees. Alright, I'm gonna ask friends who are saying crisscross applesauce. Oh, so quietly, what their favorite animal is. I see. What's your favorite animal?
Horsey.
A horse. Alright. Haley, what's your favorite animal?
Elephant.
Elephant. Uh-oh, this one's running out of steam. And I think it's Cooper. Another animal. So, if another friend already said that animal, you have to think of another one. Your second favorite animal. Sit crisscross
A
arms.
lion.
A lion. Okay. Nathan.
I like some baby cows and some baby.
Let's do cows.
I like some baby cows.
Okay, what's a baby cow?
Cowlet.
It's a
Cowlet.
cowlet, yes. Sherry, what's your favorite animal? A cat? Okay.
I love cats.
What language are
Which twin are you? Morris. What's your favorite animal? Okay, another animal. Someone's ready.
I chose to say Yoshi because his favorite stuffed animal is Yoshi, so I thought a lizard would be close. Some problems that I did have, that children were starting to choose answers as the previous friend before, so I would kind of improvise.
A scorpion. Scorpion. Not sure if I spelled that right. And right. A sleepy horse. Before we do this activity, please be safe and no bumping into your friends, okay? A sleepy horse. Be so very quiet. So when you wake him and shake him, what's a horse say? Nay! Go ahead, the horses go nay, nay. Okay, next one. A sleepy elephant. A sleepy elephant. You guys can lie down too if you'd like. Be so very quiet. Just don't hurt your friends. Because when you wake him and shake him, what's an elephant say? Woo! I don't know. Yeah, there you go. All right, go to sleep, animals. Go to sleep. Jacob, go to sleep. All my friends, sleep. Put your heads down. A sleepy lion. A sleepy lion. Be so very quiet. Because when you make him and shake him, what's a lion say? Good. Okay, heads up. Go to sleep. A sleepy baby cow. A sleepy baby cow. Be so very quiet.
All the kiddos seem quite engaged in this particular curriculum. It's fun to kind of just act out animals, and they can also learn out sounds, which also helps them promote their physical movement and understanding science.